inching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Throwing, Jones. Out to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Uchenna and Nwosu got the sack there. Let's see here, Charles. He was sacked 6 times last week. Now a first quarter sack. What's going on in his mind?
Well, he's thinking to himself, 5 offensive linemen. I got sacked 6 times last week. Let's start thinking about keeping extra people in. Tight end stays in. If I have a fullback or the running back, they stay in and help me block. Maybe not as many receivers in a pattern. Anything to try and slow down that pass rush.
Hunter Henry brings it in. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 8, but they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive because that's not enough. And the AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they work this out past the 25. A big play that time on the catch and run.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Ekeler. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Ekeler going to get it again on second down. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown, LA! I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field, but if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. Brett Maher on for the extra point. And the Chargers grab the 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
On 2nd and 7, Jones complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away.
Sterling Shepard on the return. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, heal up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running on first down, Eckler. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots' 29-yard line.
From the 29, Herbert. Escaping the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Herbert. And complete right side to Cook. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. "6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Jones. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, Charles, you talk about this offense, this week 8 of the 2021 campaign. Now, normally this would be the halfway point of the season, but as we all know, this now a 17-game regular season. Because of that, seems like now maybe more than ever, getting your open week to occur later in the season, that could be a pretty big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed out, the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injuries, you know, getting that rest before the playoff push, all of those things. Sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not really much of an advantage. You might be playing well, not slows down your momentum.
Oh, and Nelson's space to operate. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there for New England. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
Herbert now. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play there for L.A. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way, oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
On first down, Justin Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Out to the right here to Shepard. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juwan Bentley. And the Patriots are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's...
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ballgame.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along?
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 28-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Jones hit and the ball's out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down.
Back to throw. Jones. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Kingsley Keke. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 33. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. It's complete to Cook. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Going deep here for Allen.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
Takes it at the 7th. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, Herbert. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Dietrich Wise. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Here's Herbert. And that will be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Amazing, perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6. At the 4-yard line.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
86 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2nd and 2.
Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
Herbert's throwing to the hands of his receiver, Guyton.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Herbert throwing again. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, I certainly don't want to ball out, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good, soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
On the option, here's Eckler.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And this Charger offense is running away with this one. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big play there for New England. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. 1st down, Patriots.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Jones on 1st down.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Oh, that is a complete shank. It's no good. Off to the right.
It's been a nightmare season. You're well under 500. Your defense hasn't really kept you in a lot of games. And now it's spilling over to the kicking game. That's 3 points you've got to be able to bank on.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA!
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Chargers 47, Patriots nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Jones throw there, complete to Myers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Throwing Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. Where do you fall on it?
Well, I fall on wanting to endear yourself to your teammates, but pick your spots. Be smart about it. They need you for the full season.
Yeah, the rookie's going to learn as he goes. Meanwhile, Jones' throw into the hands of Henry here. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 26.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. So the Patriot offense stays out there, and they'll line up and go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. Say, all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Olszewski now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Jones. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set him up.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what